Welcome to Tales from the Caveside, where Lillian and Chris, we bought a cave house and finca on the outskirts of a small Spanish town. Follow us as we learn to renovate and create a home that we will be proud of.
Hello everybody peeps.
Hello.
Cheers.
Cheers. Hope you had an awesome festive time, regardless which direction you follow.
Absolutely.
Yes, indeed. As you can see, we're out in the sunshine, t-shirt. I haven't got shorts on, because
that would just look a bit crazy, but actually
it actually would look a bit crazy.
It's almost warm enough.
It is warm enough in the sun.
Yes.
But I'm too lazy to get changed 2 or 3 times a day, depending on the weather, so I just put one set of clothes on. Still got my Crocs on though.
Always.
Yes.
Hope you all received the presents you were hoping for.
Yes.
If that's your thing, you received a present you weren't hoping for.
I know. I got a coleslaw.
He's got a coleslaw. So it's now stay away from the lady.
Yes.
Stay away.
I know. It makes me sleep outside.
It's good for him. Harden him up, you know, grr man and all that jazz. He's not a duvet hogger or anything, no. He's a grr man. Yeah.
Well, yes. I have to be. Yes, I got cold. The cold made me go all sore.
Oh dear. Da-da-da-da-da.
Yes. Okay, so in this video, it may actually not appeal to everybody. There's butchery in it. It's not sort of like wild butchery and things like that, you see. All the ingredients were purchased in the supermarket.
So we had some friends over for, we'll call it an homage to an English Christmas lunch.
Yep.
An homage to the people that came over were Dutch. They'd never had an English Christmas dinner, but they have been to a local restaurant and tried a Sunday roast and didn't like it. So we kind of tweaked it and picked things that we hoped they would like. But what Chris did as the centerpiece, and it did look fantastic, is he boned and stuffed a whole turkey.
Yes.
Just still looks like a turkey, but when you carve it, there's no bones. And in this video, he shows you the process.
Yes, and it's quite a long process, hence the video's actually quite long. So apologies if it's not your thing.
Yep. And if it isn't, I tell you in the video at which point to stop watching.
Yeah, that's it.
We understand that completely.
Of course,
Yeah.
of course. And in the answer to an earlier thing that's actually there in the video just before that bit, the answer is no, not as good. And you'll see what I mean.
Okay, it's confused me. Enjoy.
And
Cheers for now.
cheers for now. And if you don't actually watch the whole video or see it right to the end, have a happy new year.
Absolutely.
And a very prosperous new year too. And we wish you all the best. Well, as you saw in our last video, we went to a more local town and we took Dover with us. And Dover was incredibly well behaved. It was a completely new environment for him. He lots of sniffs, let's say. And then we went shopping for everything we wanted for Christmas. And now we're having a top-up wood delivery. We've only got a ton. We don't need a vast amount more, but we just want to make sure we've got enough. The wood's been delivered. The boss is about to give her verdict. Where is she? Hello.
Hello. It's wood. I don't know. He says he imports it from the same area of Spain as he gets the encina from.
That stuff?
The holm oak. It is definitely cork oak. He showed me a bit. It's got a piece of cork on it, and we had a discussion. I didn't know what the word was for cork.
It's very similar actually to the way we say cork.
It is. So he showed me this piece here and says yes, they harvest the cork off it for cork, and then when the trees are done, they get chopped down for burning, because they are very, very good. High yield of heat. All we can do is try it and see. Well, I'm going out shopping, and I'm leaving. I know I'm going shopping without you this time.
I know, Stevie boy.
And leaving Chris to debone a turkey. So, warning, butchery.
He's going to be opening up the carcass of a turkey, taking all the bones out so we can stuff it. The reason being we are having some people over for Boxing Day. And so this is going to be our party piece.
Yes, indeed.
I may have to lock the dogs out whilst I'm out so you don't get this hassle.
Potentially, yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so what I'm going to start with, actually, is making the stuffing that I want to do. So, I've got butter. Ooh, sunlight's going for the roof. Ready-made stuffing, which is sage and onion, which is, we have it in the UK a lot. And we roasted the chicken yesterday, and I left it once we took off what we wanted and put it in here. So that's some of the jelly from the chicken. So that can go in too. And that'd be a nice flavour. And I've just got some minced pork. I don't need to season it because there should be enough seasoning in the sage and onion. So I'll get that done. So we make the stuffing using boiling water and put some butter in as well. Okay, so the butters and the boiling water is all melted, got them together. And it's literally, you just pour it in, get as much out as you can. Go in there. Just give it a mix and leave it all to soak up. Right, so I took my hoodie off. The stuffing's nice and cool. And there's the pork meat. Literally, we're just going to mix it all together. And that can go and sit in the fridge out the way. What I should be doing is taking the bones out of the main carcass, but leaving the wings in place and the leg, both legs, or as you'd like to call them, drumsticks and thighs. So that the idea is visually, it still looks like this. Go down the spine first, and you just run your knife along. It's not actually that difficult to do. It just takes a lot of practice. And just take it nice and slowly. If I was doing this in a shop obviously I'd be going a lot faster. But I'm doing it to show you guys. I'm just doing it nice and slowly. You see this bit here, called the oyster. It's one of the best bits. You want to keep that if you can. Okay. Just work your way around. And if you cut into any bone, that's fine. Because you trim and clean it up afterwards. That's that thigh bone released. Like that. And just push your fingers in. Being careful not to customise your skin yourself. There's a bone just here, which is connected to the wings. Obviously I don't want to keep that in, so you just find it. It's a thin, really thin bone. You just find it and then cut around it, and that's the bone I was talking about. It's actually easier to do when it's still here and getting ready to remove it than having a problem with the thing sliding around. Okay, now the rib cage consists of two separate pieces that actually go across each other. So you can go one way and you'll actually go through, and then you need to come out and get this way. It's easier to do it from the spine, and also because I want to keep the breast and the breast skin in one piece. because the bones are really, really smooth on the rib cage, they're actually guided. They guide you yourself. As I say, it's not difficult. It is time consuming, especially if you're learning it yourself. But as I say, you just do this, and this bone comes out. Put it to one side. Use it for stock. Okay. The wishbone's around here, which is just there. I just need to release it, but again, I'm doing it really slowly so you people can see if you're actually interested in it. Some people like the end product and don't wish to see the process, which is fine. And some people don't like this whatsoever, and that's also fine, because everybody's different and everybody's entitled to their own and this is actually a more critical, difficult part than some of the other bits, because now I need to take the meat away from the bone on the keel, which is actually really, really sharp. So you imagine this is your keel bone. And there's the breast meat that side and the breast meat that side, and there's a bone just there. And at the top here, there's a little gristly bit. You don't want the gristly bit, but you don't want to puncture the skin. So I find when I get to this stage, I just go down a bit more until I just get to the gristly part. And then stop. Turn it around. And do the same again on the other side. And if you ever decide to ask for this to be done, the butcher should happily do it. Obviously, if you buy from a butcher within a supermarket, they may not be able to because of restrictions within the supermarket. But you go to a proper butcher's and they'll do this. Unfortunately, because of how intense the process is, it's not really that quick. So I would suggest that you'd have to order it in advance. And it'll cost extra. Right, so this can do for stock, or it can go for the dogs. And next, you just open it up and use your fingers for checking to make sure there's no shards of bone, because nobody wants that. And there you go. I also have not punctured the skin. It's not a race. You see some people trying to show you butchery on the TV or the YouTubes and stuff like that. And some people seem to think it's how the faster you are, the better you are. Well, that's not the case. Everything takes practice. And if you're doing it for yourself, just take your time. It isn't a race. There's no trophy for getting it done fast. But there's the trophy of knowing you've done it for yourself by doing it right and getting it how you want it. And then when it's all put together, the people who see it and go, wow. Okay, ready for the next stage now. I've taken it off the cutting board because I'm no longer going to be cutting, boning out. I'll just use it on this normal worktop. And then once it's all done, it all get cleaned down, disinfected, food safety is really, really important, especially with poultry, because of problems that we all know about. Okay, so stuffing, it's done. And these are bamboo skewers I'm going to use. These ones here. I got them from the Chinese shop. We buy a lot of things from the Chinese shop. They're very, very inexpensive there. So absolutely brilliant. Right, I'm toying with the idea, and I think I'm going to do it. The breast is made up of two parts. You've got the outer part and the inner part. Everybody calls the inner part the tenders, which is just here. So what I'm going to do is open that up, and then some of the meat is going in there, and then it'll go back. I think that'll be a good idea because you'll get some more in there. And again, I'm doubly checking to make sure there's no little bits of bone, and I've just found a little bit. You don't want that. And with this being only a small turkey, there's not actually a vast amount of breast, so that'll do well as for packing it out. I could cut again into the larger muscle, but I'm not going to. So basically, you just make yourself a bit of a big patty splat thing and spread it out. You don't want it too thick, just thick enough, and just spread it out. And just put back away what you're not using. And then just push it down, and then just do the same again. So there's a little bit underneath each tenders, and now I'm going for the main part, and for that you just need to build it up to roughly the same as what the carcass itself was. And then all you do is fold it over and then massage it through. pull over one side and just push down, pull over the other side and just push down. Now this is where ideally I need to put strings. Now, yeah, poke them through, being careful not to get yourself, I've gone too far up, that's better. There we go. Okay. There we have it. And that's that. Right, so Lillian's back from town. She bought some dishes and some little plates because...
We need dishes and little plates.
Yes, but why?
Because, obviously, optionally, normally if you're having a party, a gathering of some description, you'd go out and buy paper ones. But that's not very eco-friendly, and they are very difficult to get hold of now because the EU has banned them. There are some shops that have got them, but even if they've got them, it kind of breaks you know how bad they are for the environment. The other option is bamboo ones, which are single use, but for the same price as me getting single use bamboo, which is recyclable, I've bought china plates.
So what's in this bag that I'm not allowed to look in yet?
Well, you know how it's Christmas?
Yes.
You know how we live in Spain?
Yes.
We're having something traditional for Spanish Christmas.
Okay. That looks like something I think I might know what it is now. What? Okay.
Your face has just gone completely blank.
Okay.
Well, we're having a party. It's traditional. You've always wanted to try it.
Yeah, I mean, I like slices of it, and it's very, very nice. I like it.
Yes.
David likes the smell of it too.
So I thought we'd have one.
Okay. But it's not sliced.
No, it's not sliced, it's whole. You've got to learn how to slice it.
Okay. Well, new thing to learn, I suppose. But aren't you meant to have a stand?
You're supposed to have a stand to put it on. Yes, we have one. We have one that was here when we bought this place, and I know it's still in its box. It's downstairs in our storage room, because I remember looking at it and thinking, this might be useful one day. I'll put it in its box and put it away again.
I thought we were throwing it away.
No. I hope not, because I'm not going out again. Well, I'll have to go out again if we've thrown it away. Okay.
Which box?
Okay. Julian's room.
Okay. Will it be very loud me trying to find it?
No, I will tell you what, I'll go and find it, because I think I know exactly where it is.
Okay. Good lady.
I don't want the world to go blue
Did we?
with you trying to find it and not succeeding.
Excellent.
So I'll go. Right, the air wasn't blue. I found it. Ow.
Steady.
Just bashed my elbow on the kettle. That's it.
So give it a clean. Because it was a little bit mucky, even though it had been in its box.
Yes.
Now, I'll put it together.
We're both silent and blank.
I would guess that this bit goes at this end,
Yes.
from the picture on the box,
Yes.
and that bit goes at this end.
I'm guessing you choose depending how big your ham is.
From what I've seen, when they've seen them on their machines, the other ones have a kink in them now. So he's putting them off. Does it fit? Oh yeah.
Oh, yes.
Look at that. Ha! That fits. Well, obviously I don't want to damage it. I don't want to puncture it or anything. Okay. That is a thing.
I'm holding the camera, I can't help you.
No,
Okay.
I'll put it back in here for now.
Yes.
Way cool.
I thought so too.
Was it expensive?
Not really, no. A lot less expensive than I thought it would be.
Okay. Am I going to have a shock?
No. How much would you think it would be?
I don't know. I've never really looked. I wouldn't like to say. Because I don't know how much it's worth. Obviously, you haven't bought the Go Faster Stripes one, gold-plated everything, have you?
No, because you don't like eating gold-plated food. You've tried it and you don't
know
like
what
it.
I mean. You haven't gone crazy crackers.
No.
No. €80.
No. Half that.
Really?
Yeah. This afternoon I give you a task.
Play Skyrim.
No, not to play Skyrim. Watch videos and learn how to cut up that.
Okay.
Okay, I'll learn how to cut that. You play Skyrim.
No, we'll learn together. We'll watch together.
Yes.
Yes. Okay, cool. Brilliant. I wondered why you were so sheepish about the bag.
You thought I was hiding double Brussels sprouts, which I couldn't find any.
Yes.
Been all over the place. There are no sprouts to be had.
Or mushy peas.
I didn't look for mushy peas.
Turkey.
So it's been sat in the fridge for 24 hours to set up.
Yes.
And now what are you doing?
Putting this pancetta on it. It's very, very thinly cut.
It's incredibly thinly cut, isn't it?
Yes, it is. There should be enough fat inside, but I'm not taking any risks.
At the end of the day, who doesn't like bacon?
I don't know. I don't know anybody who doesn't like bacon.
There you go.
Yes. Well, this is Serrano pancetta.
All I can say is congratulations making it this far into the video.
Yes, and thank you very much for staying with it.
Absolutely.
Unless you click through, and that's fine.
Yeah. Exactly. Is what it is.
Yeah.
So the reason why you see us here again now is we had a camera failure.
Yes.
As we do at points that things that we can't just redo because it's not just digging a hole in the ground or something.
No, that's right.
It's a one-off.
Yes, it is. So, some of the missing information is we use a meat thermometer to make sure that the cooked turkey was at the correct temperature. And it's a very good idea. We use a digital one, which has different settings for different meats, and we use that. It's not a posh one. It's not a really expensive posh one. It was actually from a supermarket, and it was on offer.
Yeah.
Otherwise, we would have bought it because I thought there was a load of rubbish before we actually used one, and I wouldn't be without it.
Definitely recommended because in actual fact the turkey took an hour longer than we thought it would.
Yes.
When we guesstimated, just because that cavity is just full of sausage meat, it's just going to take that much longer. And yeah,
Right.
we guesstimated wrong by an hour.
Yes, and because we had guests, we didn't get the video camera out to video the end result. You know, we had guests, and
We were serving up our meal.
probably exactly. But we actually did forget to take some photographs. But luckily, one of the people that came round, they took photographs because they were sort of like, wow.
So we're using their photographs
Yes.
to show you what it looked like.
That's it.
If you've got any interest in doing something like this, Chris makes it look easy. It is relatively easy. The centerpiece that you achieve at the end is fantastic. Definitely worth trying.
Yes.
Would recommend it. The boy done good. I was impressed.
Yes. There are lots of other people who, I'm sure, the butchery channels and things like that do it. But if you'd like me to do it, the butcher a chicken, not a turkey, because a chicken's more of an everyday thing. I'll quite happily do it because I do it anyway. I do it for us every so often anyway. So it's not something I've ever thought about videoing until this turkey, actually.
No, exactly.
So yeah, I can quite happily do that, but I'll do it as a separate video as opposed to one of our normal videos. So, thank you very much for sticking to the end.
Absolutely.
And we'll see you next year.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Happy New Year.
Cheers.
Cheers.